Hello and welcome to the United Community Channel. Oh, this is it. This is the big one. It's do or die for Manchester United. Europa League final match preview, guys. We've got plenty to talk about. There's some good news on the Manchester United front. We've got players returning when we really do need them. So we'll talk a little bit about that. We're also going to talk about Spurs and I suppose the maybe lack of players returning for them. They've got the opposite issue than we have, which is good for us. We're going to, of course, give my predicted 11, what I want to see walk out of that tunnel tomorrow night in terms of a starting 11. And, of course, we give our score predictions as always. Please do let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, guys. Smash a like on the video and let's jump right into it. Okay, this is it. We're going to start, of course, with Manchester United. And yeah, I'm getting nervous now, I won't lie. Am I confident going into the game? I don't think you can ever be confident going into a cup final. You just can't, because you never know what's going to happen. A one-off game, form kind of goes out the window. And even though both teams have been absolutely atrocious this season, it's who wants it more tomorrow night. It really, really is. And Manchester United have had a major boost going into tomorrow's game. So, in terms of the schedule today, Manchester United actually trained at Carrington this morning and flew out then in the afternoon to Bilbao, and Ruben Amorim done his press conference. But this morning in training, we've seen Lenny Yoro, Diogo Dalot and Joshua Zirkzee all back training with the first team squad. It's a huge, huge boost. And the big one for me, I mean, they're all big. We'll go through them. Lenny Yoro, first and foremost, coming back. And if he is available to play, I mean, I think Lenny Yoro starts. I genuinely think Lenny Yoro was a bone injury, wasn't it? And you're either ready or not when it comes to something like that. You know, there's no nursing it back to full health with maybe minutes on the pitch or things like that, like a muscle injury. You're either fit or you're not. I think Lenny Yoro could start tomorrow, but we'll talk about it. It's massive either way, because we've been talking about maybe the depth we've had in defence all season. And over the last couple of weeks, when we've got injuries to De Ligt, who was doing individual training today as well, by the way, I don't think he's going to be available. De Ligt is out. Martinez gone for the season, the majority of next season as well, probably. Yoro missing. Aidan Heaven was out up until last week. So getting players like Lenny Yoro back and being available for a cup final is absolutely fantastic for that backline if we can get him into the team. Likewise with Diogo Dalot, again, we were talking about maybe the imbalance of not having Dalot in the team. Now, look, Dalot has had a very inconsistent campaign in comparison to maybe what he was last year under Erik ten Hag as a fullback. But you have to admit, having Diogo Dalot in the team does give us a lot of balance in comparison to maybe shifting Dorgu over there. And are you going to play Harry Amas, or are you going to move Mazraoui up into one of the wing-back roles, who does well in them as well? I would rather have Mazraoui tight in the back three, and it opens up a lot of options there. So if Dalot is available to start, absolutely fantastic. And Joshua Zirkzee, it's great to see Zirkzee back. He did eye a return for the Europa League final if we got there. And look, he's back. He was in training. And it gives us that option. I think it's going to be off the bench, to be quite honest with you. I think it does give us that option of bringing off, Rasmus Højlund, who we all know the troubles he's going through this season. So it's good news all around, lads. It really, really is good news all around. The Lenny Yoro one, though, is one that I'm most pleased with. I think he might start tomorrow night. I genuinely do. And Ruben Amorim has a big decision to make, because we've got to get it right. We know Spurs tend to start their games fast and pacey and strong. And we know too well about that, obviously losing to him 3 times this season. So we've got to be on it from minute one. And having players like Lenny Yoro back in your team, even Diogo Dalot, is going to give us a better chance of starting the game well. So let's hope that they're available, and let's hope that they start. Now, guys, let's talk about Ruben Amorim, and let's talk about the importance of this game to Manchester United. Obviously, we're hearing an awful lot of, I suppose, different, media opinions in relation to Ange Postecoglou and Ruben Amorim. It looks like, and correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section below, that even if Ange Postecoglou wins this game, there's a chance that he might lose his job at the end of the season. Whereas Ruben Amorim, on the other hand, win, lose or draw, he is going to be the Manchester United manager going into next season. And the Times have put out an article on Ruben Amorim only in the last maybe hour or so. And it's to do with the backing of Ruben Amorim. And it's great to hear. Ineos genuinely believe that with a full pre-season and a squad reshuffle, Ruben Amorim will have the tools to bring success back to Manchester United. His managerial skills are appreciated at the highest levels. Casemiro and Amorim are now close, while Andre Onana appreciated having time to spend the weekend with his wife after the assault. He's very highly thought of under the Ineos brand and the Ineos umbrella, and Jim Radcliffe specifically. And it does take the pressure off a little bit. Now, there's always pressure on the Manchester United manager, as there should be, because there's expectations there and you want to win and you've got to win and you've got to be challenging. And the league campaign does have to improve next season. But we talk about the importance of this game, and we've said it, and I'm looking forward to no longer talking about it after tomorrow night, is the financial rewards of being in the Champions League is absolutely phenomenal. You know, we heard a report today coming out from the Mail suggesting that the 100 million United could make and will make if they're in the Champions League is going to go straight out the door because of bills they owe, because of, you know, the debt within the club and so on and so forth. So it's really, really important in that aspect. And we know, of course, then as well, the aspect of attracting players to the club. We heard reports today around Victor Gyökeres, and the Victor Gyökeres thing, and I know it's a match reaction and or a match preview, and I'll keep it short, but if Victor Gyökeres wanted to go to somewhere like Arsenal, it would already be done and it would be announced. I think he's holding out for Manchester United and the Ruben Amorim connection that's there. So it's a massive, massive game for Manchester United tomorrow night, or tonight if you're watching this on the day of the game. And yeah, I mean, I've said it before, I genuinely think this could accelerate our rebuild by 2 years. This one game genuinely could. I think if we lose, I think all of a sudden the players you're looking to attract, you can't get, and you've got to go to the B list. And then, you know, likewise, the revenue is not coming into the club, so you can't spend as much. And now look, like I said before, there are positives. You get one game a week for pretty much the entirety of the season, and that allows Ruben Amorim to get onto the training ground with his players and bed in these ideas. But you want to be playing games. You want to be attracting the best players. So it's a huge, huge game. And yeah, it's going to stir up the nerves between now and kickoff tomorrow night. And yeah, I'm nervous. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Now, let's talk a little bit about Spurs. Equally with Spurs, there's huge pressure on this game for them. They've had a worse season than we've had. They're one place below us in the Premier League. And again, I think Manchester United and Spurs will be in serious trouble if the likes of Leicester, Southampton and Ipswich weren't so bad. You know, I genuinely do. But nonetheless, it's a huge, huge game for Spurs as well. And we're talking about players coming back for Manchester United. Spurs have got players injured and players out. We've got Kulusevski, Maddison and Bergvall are the three big names that are missing for them. And that is going to give Manchester United an advantage. It absolutely is. But the one thing I would say about Spurs, and especially in midfield, they've still got players that can hurt you. Bissouma, Bentancur. I mean, Bissouma and Bentancur destroyed us in midfield already this season. You know, so that is a concern, and it's something that you're going to have to look to lock down. Heung-min Son has been speaking before the game as well, and he says that this is pretty much going to be his last chance to win a trophy for Spurs. Obviously, who doesn't like Son, you know, and you know what a great player he was, and you know, potentially still is. So he's going to want to win, and Spurs are going to want to win, and it's not going to be an easy game, guys. It really isn't. And again, we talk about Ange Postecoglou, and is it written in the stars about, you know, no, mate, I always win something it's a terrible accent, but I always win something in my second season. So you never know. And Manchester United need to be on their game. The one thing I would say in contrast between the two squads is that we've got players who have done it. We've got Casemiro, who's won more Champions Leagues than both United and Spurs put together. You know, we've got Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw, who've played in European Championship finals. We've got Bruno Fernandes. You know, these types of players that have got, you know, massive amounts of experience. And I think we're going to have to lean on that tomorrow. I don't see it as being a runaway victory for either side. And we'll get onto a score prediction in a little while. But Manchester United going into this game, even with Spurs, a long list of injuries, we're going to have to be on it from minute one. Right, guys, let's get into the predicted 11. And look, Ruben Amorim has got a couple of big decisions to make here. He really, really does. And we'll jump right into some of the things here. Now, look, this is what I think will probably start. And again, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Look, obviously, Andre Onana is in the goal. I think he will start. I think that's quite clear. A back three. Now, a lot of this is dependent on who's available and who's actually fit to play. And if Dalot and Yoro are fit and available, then this is the team that I think he will go with. I think he'll go with a back three of Mazraoui, Maguire and Yoro. And again, I think that is our strongest back three, to be quite honest with you. Now, there could be a scenario where Yoro is available and Dalot isn't, so Dalot drops out. Maybe Mazraoui goes to right wing back, Yoro goes to right centre back, and Luke Shaw comes in as the left centre back. There are options there. But I think if you're talking about, your strongest three centre backs together, and these three have played with each other, quite a bit this season, I would be happy for all three of them to start. Dalot and Dorgu obviously are the two ideal wing backs to play for us. Now, there could be a scenario where Ahmad plays there, as a right wing back. Again, the limited availability that he has had over the last few weeks, and the limited amount of time he's played at right wing back this season under Ruben Amorim, would you do it in a final? I'm not too sure. I think the two number sixes are probably the easiest ones to pick. I think it is going to be Casemiro and Ugarte. Again, European Cup final, you need that knowledge in there with Casemiro. And I think both of them have been, when they have played together over the last 6 months or so, they're making a good, strong connection with one another. So I'm going to go with the two of them. Now, the two number 10s, guys, Ahmad and Bruno, I've gone with here. Now, there could be a scenario, again, like I said, does Dalot drop out, okay? Does Garnacho come in? And does Ahmad drop back? Having that with Ahmad attacking up and down this side is, very, very effective, you've got to say. So there may be a scenario with that, if that's the case. Now, what I also want to look at here is Højlund not playing at all. Okay, now, I mentioned it on my match reaction after the West Ham game that you can't start Højlund. He's just not good enough. We're down to 10 men basically when he plays. Is there a scenario where we're talking about Højlund not playing, Bruno playing a false nine, and then we've got Ahmad and maybe Garnacho, or you got Ahmad and maybe Mason Mount? I think Mason Mount would probably be the more likely to play if Ruben Amorim goes with a false nine. I think we should go with a false nine, if I'm being honest with you. I would like to see Bruno Fernandes or Mason Mount or whoever, or Ahmad, or whoever he wants to do playing that false nine. I think that's the way we should go. I think Rasmus Højlund, as much as I want him to be successful and do well, he's not doing it. He's just not doing it. Now, he has had a good run in Europe, in fairness to him, so do you give him the benefit of the doubt over that? I think going into a European final, you've got to play your strongest team, and I don't think Rasmus Højlund is in our strongest team. I really don't. But that's my predicted 11, guys. Let me know your predicted 11 in the comment section below. Would you change anything? Are you happy with that squad that we went with there, that starting 11? Or who would you have changed? Let me know in the comment section below. And finally, score prediction, guys. It's too tight to call. It really is too tight to call. I think United will win. I don't know. I've just got a feeling going into a European final, United can't lose to Spurs in the European final. We just can't. It can't happen, can it? Given the ramifications, both financially and in terms of recruiting players, we've got to win. And we've got to win no matter how we do it. And again, I lean on the experience of Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes, Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw if he plays, even Mazraoui. These guys have got big game experience playing for big clubs and in big competitions in the past. Score prediction. I think Spurs will score, but I think we'll win. I think we'll win 2-1. And I'm going to go 2-1 after extra time. I think it could go nearly the whole hog. 2-1 after extra time I'm going for. Let me know your score predictions in the comment section below, guys. I want to know your score predictions. I want to know how you're feeling. I want to know, are you nervous? Do you think United are going to win? Do you think we're going to lose? Is there going to be penalties? Whatever the case may be, let me know in the comment section below. I will be live tomorrow night. Well, I'm going to try my best to be live for the game, guys. For any you don't know, and you've probably seen it on our slideshow here, that I am going to be live in the Grand Social at a live watch-along event for the game. If you're in Dublin and you're watching this and you want to come down, doors are open at 6 o'clock. It's €30 for a ticket. We've got ex-Manchester United player Paul Parker. We've got Gary Cook from Après Match. We've got Al Form. We've got giveaways on the night. A jersey signed by all of the first team squad. It's been verified by Manchester United as well. We've got a Lee Sharp jersey to give away. There's drinks promotions on the night. We're obviously going to be all watching the game together. So do get down to the Grand Social. If you're in Dublin or anywhere in Ireland, if you want to come and travel, you can get your tickets on the door, or you can go to thecultofcantonat.com and get your tickets as well. And if you are there, come and say hello. And I'll see you there. I'm getting nervous, but I think we'll get the job done. I pray we get the job done. Smash a like on the video, guys. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'll speak to you tomorrow night for the final. Come on, the fucking Reds.